Everything started with a misunderstanding about brain structure. Science tells us that only 10% of the brain consists of neurons, while the other 90% are glial cells. But these cells are not just extras. They activate, inhibit, and control neurons, playing a crucial role in our brain function. Fascinating, isn't it? Now, think of neurons as the brain's electrical messengers, transmitting essential information for our thoughts and actions. And glial cells? They are like caretakers, maintaining the perfect environment for neurons to work in harmony, forming synapses and ensuring brain health. Let's talk about one of the biggest myths out there, the idea that we only use 10% of our brain. This belief is so widespread that it almost seems true, but science shows it's quite different. In reality, we use 100% of our brain capacity. Yes, you read that right. Every part of our brain has a specific function and is constantly active. There's no large idle chunk waiting to be discovered. This 10% myth arose from a misunderstanding about brain structure. What happens is that when we look at the brain, only about 10% of it is made up of neurons, the cells responsible for transmitting information. The other 90% are glial cells, which were long considered merely support cells. This simplistic idea led to the false impression that most of our brain is unused. But glial cells are much more than simple support. They play crucial roles in brain function, such as activating or inhibiting neurons and controlling their activities. These cells help maintain the environment necessary for neurons to function and even participate in signal transmission. So, when we talk about using 100% of our brain, we include all these glial cells that, although they do not transmit electrical impulses like neurons, are essential for brain function. Imagine the brain as a large symphony orchestra. Neurons are the musicians playing the instruments, while glial cells are the conductors coordinating the performance of all the musicians. Without the conductors, the orchestra couldn't play harmoniously. Similarly, without glial cells, neurons couldn't function efficiently. Therefore, we can say we use 100% of our brain, considering all the complex functions it performs. This debunking is important because it helps us better understand the complexity and capacity of our brain. Knowing that we use all our brain capacity can motivate us to take better care of it, investing in practices that promote mental health and well-being. And more, it makes us value even more this incredible machine we have inside our heads. Neurons are the stars of the brain, responsible for transmitting information through electrical impulses. They allow us to think, act, feel, and perform all cognitive processes. Each neuron communicates with other neurons through synapses, where electrical and chemical signals are transmitted. These signals are the basis of everything we do, from moving a finger to solving a complex mathematical equation. On the other hand, we have glial cells, which perform support functions but go far beyond that. They maintain the chemical environment necessary for neural signal transmission and synapse formation. Glial cells also participate in the removal of cellular waste and protection against pathogens. Without them, neurons couldn't perform their functions efficiently. The interaction between neurons and glial cells is essential for brain health and functionality. This synergy allows the brain to adapt and reorganize, a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to form new connections and even create new neurons, especially in response to new learning and experiences. This ability is fundamental to our capacity to learn and adapt to changes. A practical example of this interaction is seen in recovery processes after brain injuries. Glial cells act to repair damage and create an environment suitable for neuronal regeneration. This shows how interdependent these two types of cells are. Without the active presence of glial cells, the recovery process would be much slower and less effective. Therefore, it is crucial to understand that the brain is not composed only of neurons transmitting information but also of glial cells ensuring this process happens efficiently. This complex and harmonious interaction allows us to function in such a sophisticated and adaptable manner. The synchronization between the right and left hemispheres of the brain is a crucial factor in achieving the mind's maximum potential. The left hemisphere is generally associated with logical thinking, analysis, and language. It's the side we use when solving mathematical problems or planning something in detail. The right hemisphere is more related to creativity, intuition, and emotional processing. It's the side that comes into action when listening to music, drawing, or daydreaming. The interaction between these two hemispheres is fundamental for a complete and balanced cognitive experience. Cross movements, like touching your left knee with your right hand, can help synchronize these two sides of the brain. This is because such movements require coordination between the hemispheres, promoting communication between them. This synchronization can lead to optimized cognitive performance, improving our ability to solve problems, learn new skills, and even regulate our emotions. There are various techniques to encourage this hemispheric synchronization. Conscious breathing, for example, is a practice that can help balance the activity of both hemispheres. By focusing on our breath, we promote a state of calm and mindfulness that facilitates communication between the two parts of the brain. Meditation is also an effective practice, as it helps reduce stress and anxiety, creating an environment more conducive to hemispheric interaction. By stimulating both hemispheres, we are promoting a more complete use of our brain. Creative activities, like painting or playing a musical instrument, are excellent for activating the right hemisphere. Brain training games, like puzzles and logic challenges, are great for the left hemisphere. When we combine these activities, we encourage more efficient communication between the two sides of the brain, which can lead to an overall improvement in our cognitive ability. Therefore, investing in practices that promote hemispheric synchronization not only improves our mental performance but also contributes to a more balanced and harmonious life. By integrating the skills of both hemispheres, we are enhancing our ability to face challenges, learn new things, and live more fully. There are various techniques we can use daily to activate the entire brain and improve our cognitive performance. One of these techniques is conscious breathing. By focusing on our breath, we bring our attention to the present moment, which can help reduce stress and anxiety. This state of calm is ideal for promoting communication between the brain hemispheres, facilitating hemispheric synchronization. Another effective practice is meditation. Studies show that regular meditation can lead to positive changes in the brain's structure and function. It helps increase the thickness of the cortex, the brain area associated with attention and sensory perception. Additionally, meditation can improve connectivity between different parts of the brain, promoting more efficient communication between the hemispheres. This can result in better problem-solving abilities, decision-making, and emotional regulation. Cross movements, like touching your left knee with your right hand, are also a great way to activate the entire brain. These movements require coordination between the right and left hemispheres, promoting communication between them. Regularly practicing these movements can improve our concentration, problem-solving abilities, and even physical tasks requiring motor coordination. Creative activities, like painting, drawing, or playing a musical instrument, are also excellent for activating the entire brain. These activities stimulate the right hemisphere, responsible for creativity and emotional processing. When we combine these activities with brain training games, like puzzles and logic challenges, we promote a more complete use of our brain. This can lead to overall improvement in our cognitive ability and a more balanced and harmonious life. Therefore, investing in practices that activate the entire brain is an effective way to improve our mental performance and promote our personal well-being. By integrating these techniques into our daily routine, we are unlocking the full potential of our brain, which can result in a more productive, creative, and fulfilling life. And so, we conclude our journey debunking the 10% myth and revealing the incredible potential our brain possesses. Fascinating, isn't it? We are, at all times, using 100% of our brain, thanks to the incredible synergy between neurons and glial cells. But how can we take even more advantage of this brain power? Imagine if we could enhance our cognitive ability with simple daily techniques. Cross movements, conscious breathing, meditation, all these practices help synchronize the hemispheres of our brain, integrating logical thinking and creativity. Have you tried any of them? How was your experience? And we must not forget creative activities and brain training games. How about trying a new exercise today and seeing how your brain responds? You might be surprised by the results. The true magic happens when we realize we have the power to shape and enhance our own brain. So, what will be the next step in your journey of self-knowledge and mental development? Leave your experiences, favorite techniques, and, of course, your questions in the comments. We are together in this quest for a fuller and more harmonious mind. Until next time, and remember, your brain is an incredible tool waiting to be explored to the fullest. What will you do with all this potential?